What's going on, Divine Masculine? What's going on, everybody watching who's not Divine Masculine? You know, you could be a woman and have more masculine energy in your chart, so you could be a Divine Masculine, or you could relate to the Divine Masculine energy from time to time. And there could be a man who has a Divine Feminine energy who could relate to the feminine energy more so from time to time. Whatever it is for you. But this just helps to, you know, make things simple for those who look at it in whatever terms, you know. Everybody looks at it different. Long story short, we're going to do a 6-card spread. This spread is called Ready for Love. So, you know, there's been a lot of energy going on the last couple of years with karmic relationships ending, you know, whether it's with family members, whether it's with lovers, whether it's with business partners or friends. Even could be a boss situation, a boss-employee situation, or landlord-tenant situation. But the whole purpose of these relationships is to teach you a lesson about yourself based on, you know, what it is that the part that you play in the situation. So we had a couple of supermoons. If you didn't get to see the triple supermoon video, it'll be attached at the end of this one. For your sign, check it out. I'll just put a random sign up there. But you want to look for the one for yours as well. Check that out because we're coming out of that energy. We're going to be feeling it towards the end of the year. So, you know, karmic relationships coming to an end. A lot of people breaking up. And it's necessary because now people are going to be directed to who they're supposed to be with. And it's very painful for a lot of people. A lot of people struggling. And it's not just the Divine Feminine who's struggling. The Divine Masculine is as well. So I want to pull some cards to see for those Divine Masculine that are ready for love, what they may need to consider before looking for a serious relationship. You know, it's very important, especially if we've just come out of toxic connections, that we take time to heal. So this reading is based on that understanding, and it helps you to determine what you can heal or what you may need to work on. So I wanted to do this for the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine, just to see, so everybody can get an understanding of what the other collective is feeling. You know, I think understanding helps to make you less hurtful, or make you feel, you know, less hurt, or it makes you understand a little bit more why a person did what they did, or why a person behaved or responded the way that they did. And so when you can understand it, then you can have empathy or sympathy if it's needed, or you can realize that this is someone who was doing something intentionally and you have to act accordingly. It just depends on what you're looking at. So underneath the deck, we have the Strength card, Leo energy. I feel like this is an energy of someone, I feel like the masculine energy is very Leo-ish, very aggressive. Look at the lion. The lion is a very aggressive animal, okay? Very aggressive. It's not the king of the jungle. You know, they don't call it the king of the jungle for nothing. This is a carnivorous, you know, what some will call a beast. But this is a powerful, powerful energy. The lion energy. And so it's just interesting that no matter how powerful and, you know, how ferocious this lion is, it still can appreciate affection. It still can appreciate someone who is not worried or not afraid of them. Someone who sees them for who they truly are and loves them regardless. But there's only a few people who can connect on that level with the Divine Masculine. And so, you know, it's possible, right? It's possible. So let's take a look and see what we need to do to get to that possibility. We have the Ace of Swords reversed. This is a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. We have the 10 of Cups, Piscean energy. The 5 of Cups, which is Scorpio energy. The 4 of Swords reverse. Actually, I'm not going to read those in reverse with this deck. Let me tell you why. This is the After Tarot. So we're looking at, after everything happened, after, people split apart, after people broke up, where people are at right now and what they're doing to heal or what they could consider doing that may help them heal. So we have the Page of Cups anyway, Cancerian energy, and then finally Major Arcana, the Chariot, Cancerian energy. All right, so I feel like what you want in love, I feel like is you want someone who's going to be honest, someone who is just going to be, show you who they are, someone you can show yourself to, that you can be, you can show your strength, you can show your pride, someone who will respect it, but someone who will still, be truthful with you and not be afraid of that. That's what I'm getting for a lot of you. And I feel like some of you want to relax. Like maybe you wouldn't see a lion in normal life. Just imagine if we're watching a cartoon. Like you wouldn't see a lion cartoon. I don't know, I'm just bugging out right now. But say you watch a lion cartoon. You're going to look at the characteristics of that lion. Is that a lion who's a mean lion? Or is it a lion that's fun and can talk to other people? Like, Scar, right? Scar from The Lion King. He was a bad lion. Is it that kind of lion with that type of negative energy? Or what you would call bad or dark, whatever? Or is it the other lion, forgive me, what is his name? I think Simba's the little boy's name. I forget the father's name. Anyway, so you know what I'm saying. What kind of lion is this? You want to be able to reveal that. You want to be able to reveal who you are. You don't want to be judged. You want to be able to be looked at as someone who's intelligent, someone who is fair, someone who should be respected. That's what I'm getting. So I feel like that's what you want in love. What you are learning from love, or what you learned from love, is Ten of Cups energy here. So I think you learned a lot through your family. Maybe growing up, your childhood perhaps. Or maybe some of you have learned more in your adulthood now that you have children than you did in your childhood, or maybe now some things are making sense more so now that you are an adult and you seeing your children go through stages you went through. And I think, for some of you that makes you happy to be able to see that. So there is something, that came out of love for you that is beautiful, and that you look at and like, yeah, that's what makes it worth it. And for a lot of you, it's your children. Your children, and having that family connection, contrary to the fact that, we don't see a whole lot of people, wanting to be married anymore. We do still have some people who do. So it just depends on what you like. But, the point is people like to be together, whether it's legally through marriage or, whether it's spiritually, where it goes deeper than that. But this represents both. So I feel like that's what you've learned through some of the trials and tribulations that you've been through in love. Now, what holds you back from love? The Five of Cups. I feel like what will hold you back from love is feeling isolated in a connection. Like that's the worst thing, one of the worst things you could feel in a connection with someone is that you're alone. You can't relate to the person that you're with and you're stuck with that person. That's what I feel like some of you are afraid of feeling. Some of you may be afraid of that person breaking your heart, or getting your heart broken, taken advantage of, or, I won't say more importantly, but others of you may be afraid of being cheated on and left. Same thing the the divine feminine feels. These are normal things that people feel. That's what holds you back from love. So, that's something common that we all can relate to. Now, the readiness of your heart is the Four of Swords. So I feel like you need to heal your heart. You've been through battle. The Four of Swords can also represent military, people coming home from military, whether they come home alive or whether they come home, after they passed away. But it represents rest from war. It represents rest from, if you think about the Three of Swords, the pain, excuse me, the pain, the aggravation, it could be lies, deception, whatever that sword, that third sword is. Been through battle. Now you need to rest. Your heart needs to heal. So, you can check out some chakra music. Go on to YouTube, check out some chakra music. You can get you some rose quartz. This is rose quartz too. This is like a rock type, and this is like a little pointer. But get you some rose quartz, and what you can do is you can listen to the chakra music, the heart chakra music. You can lay down and put this on your heart, and just lay there for 10 minutes and relax and deep breathe, and listen to the heart chakra music. Sometimes you may feel a little bit of a palpation. It could depend on how severely your heart is broken, right? If you have a deep wound, you may feel a little bit of a judder here and there. I have to warn you because nobody told me. And so I'm like, what's going on? So I end up going to the hospital, and they're like, there's nothing going down. And I'm like, okay, well, what did I do that was different? What did I eat that was different? It wasn't anything different that I did, but, using the stone on my heart. So that's something you can do. Just keep that in mind. You may have that. And you also may have flashbacks of the painful moments that you've been through. The moments that broke your heart. And a lot of people don't like to do this because of that. I didn't know what was going to happen. I'm telling you, I was just told this is going to work. I read and researched about stones. I went and got one, and I felt like, okay, I need to heal my heart chakra. Let me put the stone on my heart and see, because I would put them on different chakras. And it was interesting. So this will work for some of you. All right, not everybody, but some. All right, but yeah, just keep in mind those symptoms, and that'll help you heal. All right, but there's other things you need to do, of course, too. But the readiness of your mind, the Page of Cups, that is Cancer energy. So Cancer is a cardinal sign. So I feel like the readiness of your mind is, you're curious, you are open to love. Like, I feel like it's like the little boy inside, innocent, little mischievous, but doesn't have a bad bone in his body, just a regular good regular good kid, you know what I mean? Likes to have fun, great disposition, likes to joke around, is not an ass, not a little smart ass kid or anything like that. Just, that inner you, that inner little boy. For the ones who I'm talking to that are men. But I feel like, this is somebody who wants to reach out and see what could happen. Now, as far as the readiness of your spirit, we have the Chariot energy. I feel like you haven't given up on love, and that's a beautiful thing. And I think that's why you're watching this video. And that's dope, because what's going to happen is, because of what you went through and because you ended those karmic connections, some of them were just, man, don't even get me going, because we all were going through it. But when you see the Chariot, you've been through some shit, okay? Excuse my language. Some people don't feel comfortable with that, but, like, that's life. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about the curse word. Worry about the hell that you just came out of, because that's what you get when you see this card. There was some hell you went through. And so, but you're ready to move forward. You're ready to put those fears, those emotions, you're ready to tame them and use them as fuel to take you forward, because you don't want to be stuck in the negative energy of what happened in the past. You're ready to move on. You still have faith, and you're not a coward. You're not afraid. You know what I mean? True masculine energy is never afraid. True masculine energy it's a matter of, it has to desire that. It has to want that. And then it will go at it no matter what the cost, if it is something that it desires. And some of you desire this type of connection. You desire being able to have someone hug you around your neck like she's hugging a lion, you know, whether figuratively or symbolically or what have you. Someone to tame that beast. Because you don't want to be a beast all the time. You only need to be a beast when you need to be. But they have to understand that, you know, you're human, you make mistakes, and it doesn't mean that you guys don't want a connection. Okay? Because we were talking about what you learned from love. So we know that's not the case. Now, trying to think what deck I want to use for the clarifier. Oh, the Crystal Angel Oracle would be really good right now. Because some of you like working with crystals. And let's see what the universe wants you to work with. Especially those who are still, I mean, I feel like all of us are healing in some way, shape, or form. Especially over, you know, the last decade. Because, you know, this was all destined and all designed. But some of us just, you know, still more recently coming out of these things. So this could be, you know, past tense for you. And you remember how you were feeling in the process you went through and how you regained your strength and your power. And how now some of you may be in a successful, happy relationship. And this could be, you know, something that you're watching for a friend of yours. You may know a friend who's going through some things. And you're, you know, you like watching tarot. So you may be watching for that friend or that family member that you care about. Because, you know, maybe they don't know about tarot. But you're trying to help out in the way that you can, but you want to know what's up, so you watch tarot. That's beautiful. All right, so let's get a stone. Okay, so we have amethyst. No, this is ametrine. Ametrine. And it says balancing masculine and feminine energies. Allow your feminine side to creatively imagine you and your masculine side to give you confidence. Forgive me because I don't have my glasses on. So it says allow your feminine side to creatively inspire you and your masculine side to give you confidence. Yes. So this could represent your masculine side and your feminine side. Your masculine side is wild as a lion. Your feminine side is as soft as a young girl, right? Or, you know, a maiden, which represents innocence. So that's you in a nutshell, right? So you have to balance both. So with the Ace of Swords energy, you know, this is masculine energy. Libra's masculine. Gemini is masculine. Aquarius is both masculine and feminine. So ametrine. I wish I had a piece of ametrine to show you, but I do not. So I think that's what we'll look at as far as the stone. So you may want to, we'll just do the one stone. So you may want to look online for ametrine. If you have a store in your area that sells crystals, a crystal shop, you can check there. But just make sure it's genuine. Like type in genuine ametrine, or, you know, maybe you know someone who has crystals. You can ask them where they get theirs. You can go on YouTube and type in where to get good such and such genuine crystals and see what comes up. You got a lot of people's reference. Let's see what else we got for you as far as messages or advice in your healing process. And you guys should check out the divine feminine as well. You know, that way everybody will have an understanding of where everybody is right now. And even though people had to go their separate ways, a lot of us are still going through the same thing, the area of change. And, you know, moving forward. And some people, you know, are moving forward away from family, you know, away from marriage partners, you know, away from children. And this is why this is going on. Well, this is why not making a judgment should be what you should be considering, because we're all going through it. We're all going through it in some way, shape, or form, or have gone through it, especially with this energy that we're in right now. It's if you've already gone through it, it's bringing it back to you via memory. A few weeks ago when Mercury was in Scorpio in retrograde, if you would maybe thinking about it, you might have thought of some people from the past. Could have been recently as well in the post-shadow period. But make no judgments is what this is saying. So it's very important. Like I said, watch the Divine Feminine video. And make no judgments. This is a time for healing. Alright. Now, be decisive. So, if there's a step that you want to take in reference to your healing process, decide what it is that you want to do and focus on that. As far as healing, be decisive in the steps that you want to take towards your healing. Don't just sit and wallow in grief. Get your rest. And yeah, you should mourn, especially if it was, someone that was close to you, no matter who they were, And this could also represent someone who passed away and you're still grieving the loss of someone who passed away as well. So it could be all these things. But you want to be decisive in your steps towards moving forward so that you are able to link up with the person that you're supposed to be with. All right, so I hope this was something that could help, even if it just helped one person, then I'm thankful to be able to share this information. And I wish you all the best. And, focus on healing, focus on doing things that are good for you, things that make you feel good, things that raise your vibration, music, art, working out, travel. Even COVID, just be safe. But, do what feeds your spirit, because this is what's important. So I love you guys. Let me know if it resonated in the comments. If you don't want to be direct in the comments, you can email me at 8thhouseenergy@gmail.com because it's good to understand what everybody is going through. That way it'll help me when I do the readings to talk about what you're feeling. I'm not going to give your name or anything, but, just to get a consensus of who feels what, and maybe they don't want to express it to everybody publicly. So, that's a beautiful thing. So, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and do the Divine Feminine's reading. Hopefully you'll check that out. That'll be attached at the end of this one. All right, and also don't forget to check out the triple super moon reading for your placements. All right, because that talks a little bit about more where your state of mind is after coming out of these relationships as well. All right, so I'll see you in the next reading. Peace out, Divine Masculine.